This is 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Most High had not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
See, not the spirit of fear, but of power.
You know?
If you believe in YAHAWASHI, you're not gonna be scared of nothing. You know, like the situation to come in Jacob's trouble. You might have to be put to death. You know, just anything of that nature.
And just ultimately knowing that the Most High is gonna deliver you out of it, man. You know?
That's fear.
It's putting you through that adversity, man. For you to call upon him, have faith, you know?
This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need.
Come on.
It says, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. So, according to the grace, you know, that's the time to get right with YAHAWASHI. Keep the commandments, follow righteous, the righteous ways, and in the time of need, he gonna deliver you out of it, you know. And that's just how merciful YAHAWASHI is when you believing in him. And, you know what I'm saying, you doing what you gotta do.
And ultimately, like how you come boldly, because you have faith, you know, you're not fearing, okay? All right, you know you've been doing what you're supposed to be. You know you've been doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. And it's true.
And this being strong and of a good courage, you know, like the previous scriptures.
Come.
Get 1 Chronicles 28:20.
This is 1 Chronicles 28:20. And David said to Solomon, his son, be strong and of good courage, that spirit, and do it. Fear not, nor be dismayed, for Yahweh, the Most High, even my power, will be with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee, until thou hast finished all the work for the service of the house of Yahweh. So yeah, I mean the Lord say be of good courage, man, and do it, man. Fear not, you know, because he won't forsake thee, he won't leave thee, man, you know. And that's all ultimately in fearing the Lord and having faith, man, and doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. Because these Jacob's trouble these times are coming upon us, man. Okay.
This is Psalms chapter 73, verse 23. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but thee? Let me read that over again. Whom have I in heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire beside thee. My flesh and my heart fail it, but Yahweh is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Now, that scripture powerful. It says, whom have I in heaven but thee? You know, so there's questions like, who I have other than YAHAWASHI.
Come.
And there is none upon earth that I desire beside thee. You know, so you got to truly desire Yahweh and YAHAWASHI.
Come on. I got a precept for y'all.
Okay.
This is Psalms 18:2. Yahweh is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler, and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. So, man, the Lord is all these things for those who serve him, those who fear him, those who keep his commandments, those who love him, man. Okay? That's who we going to be for in the times of Jacob's trouble, man. Then, in the times of Jacob's trouble, you're going to know who his chosen is, man. You know?
It said, in verse 23, it says, like, beginning of the verse, it says, nevertheless, I'm continually with you. You know, so that's forever. That's consistent. You know, constant.
I got Micah.
You got Micah 7.
This is Micah 7:7. Therefore I will look unto the Salaki. Therefore I will look unto Yahawah. I will wait for the power of my salvation. My power will hear me.
So that's in the times to come. You know, after the Jacob's trouble. You know, and ultimately, you know, you can say that right now. Because the elect is really waiting on YAHAWASHI, you know, to deliver us from out of here.
And that's what? The patience and faith of the saints.
Yeah, kind of. Say, my power will hear me. Like the brother just brought out. You know, in the times of Jacob's trouble, you going to know who are the Most High's chosen.
Come.
You know? You got Psalms 23.
I can read that here.
Just quick. Let's get up Proverbs 1:33.
1:33.
Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 23, verse 1. The Most High Yahawah is my shepherd. I shall not want. So, being that Yahawah is our shepherd, you know, he already know, he know all our wants, desires, you know, and everything that we might say that we need. You know, he know our thoughts aforetime, you know, even before we think them. So, there's nothing that you might think that you want or need without YAHAWASHI knowing. You know, he knows everything.
Okay. You said First Proverbs 1:33. This is First Proverbs 1:33. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
You all smart?
Yeah. It say, for whoso shall hearken unto me shall dwell safely. Who shall hearken unto the word of the Lord, man? You know, in these times, man. You know, because you know when these times come about, man, like you gonna have people that ain't got the spirit of YAHAWASHI on them, man. They not gonna dwell safely, bro. They either gonna get caught up in these concentration camps, man. They gonna either die of famine or pestilence. You know, they gonna die grievous deaths, man. But the Lord say, but whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, man. Okay, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Okay,
and that goes to like really everything. You always say when you think about dwelling safely, that's basically living safely, okay? And then you should be quiet from the fear and evil. That like in the times now, you know how you know with the race wars and stuff going on. You know, you're not really gonna be a part of it.
Because
YAHAWASHI gonna deliver you from there. You know, you're gonna be quiet toward it.
And see, that's what the Lord do. The Lord gonna use these 2/3, man, for these race wars, man. Okay. And
then times of Jacob's troubles, and you know, like when the missiles and stuff come, like the precept it says, this is Isaiah 32:2. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a rock in a weary place. You know, so it's when in Proverbs when it said, and shall be quiet from fear and evil, that fear and evil could be just like I said, you know, what's going on right now, and also in the times of you know the troubles to come. Okay, YAHAWASHI gonna deliver you from all that, being that you hearken unto the word of him. Okay.
I got a quick precept for you. This is Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall be no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, in war from the power of the sword. You know, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Scourge of the tongue is like a torture method, you know. Neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. See, not having that fear, you know what I'm saying? Because you know YAHAWASHI is with you. You know?
You gotta totally know that he gonna deliver you too.
You know? And destruction of the famine thou shalt laugh. You know? Because the men of the Lord, like, because when shit hit the fan, you're gonna have people that's gonna be all out, like, just crazy, bro. Because I remember I watched the clip when these food stamps got cut off and these bro, they was off the chain, man. You know, and it say right here, if the man of the Lord gonna laugh. Why? Because we know YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, Lord willing, we of the elect. We know that YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI is with us. You know what I'm saying? So
in Hebrews 4:16 that we brought out, said, "Let us therefore come boldly."
Yeah,
God is coming boldly. You know that when you're laughing.
Because you know that, you know what I'm saying, you do what you're supposed to do, and you in this truth, and you know what I'm saying, you sincere in this truth, man. The Lord is bound by his words, man. That's why the scriptures say his name is not above his words. You know what I'm saying? Because he put his name on it. That's why he didn't ultimately destroy the nation of Israel, because he put his name on it. You know?